Yes, people, you're locked into the Powerful Breakfast Show. Are you ready to be edutained?
I am mad. It's myself, 100 Eyes, and we are live on the Powers for Breakfast Show. Yes, we have our special guest with us today, and they go by the name of the Collective Makers. Yes, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Collective Makers consist of Joseph and Sabrina, the power business partners, I'm gonna call them.
Wow.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah, sounds great.
You look like a visual art duo, right?
I think we come from two separate what's it called? As an artist, we're separate, but as we come together, we're a collective, and then that consists with a bunch of other artists.
Yes.
And that's basically how it goes. Yeah.
You don't see the bigger picture. You look like entrepreneurs. You don't see the hole in the market. 100%. 100%. From well, I'm gonna go into how I know you lot, but let me give you lot your props first. You feel me? So, as the collective makers, you lot support emerging artists.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, by providing mentorships for upcoming artists, right?
Yeah. Opportunities, commissions, group exhibitions, that kind of stuff. Just to get artists on the ladder to where they want to achieve, where they want to go. We're just there to uplift them, push them, get them into the right pockets.
You also give art spaces, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, because we know, I don't know, there's emerging visual artists, there's not a lot of help.
You know
Do you
what?
know what I mean?
Giving space to an artist is going to help them reach their full potential.
That's it.
Because art is...
That's it.
It takes a bit of isolation sometimes as well,
Yeah,
so you can just focus a bit. And you're giving that space.
Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it so early.
I can see
I want to woo you in so nicely.
It's about to land on us.
Yeah.
We came prepared.
No, we did.
Good.
We did.
You know what? I rate you lot's exhibitions.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Thank you for coming through as well, man.
Yes. I like to say I am I love the visual arts world.
Oh, thank you.
My name is 100 Eyes. I love it. I love it. I don't think you don't understand. I love it. If I wasn't an artist that does music, I'll probably be an artist that does art completely.
Yeah.
But art comes in lots of different forms, right?
Right.
What type of forms? Do you want to explain the forms that art come in?
Sure. I mean, anything is art. You can be a fashion designer, it's art, sculpture, paints, photographer, filmmaking, drama, everything that has a little tint of creativity. You're an artist.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Visual artist, everything that is visual. Literally, there's not a defined definition of what a visual artist is.
Creation is limitless.
That's it. It's freedom.
Limitless, sorry. But also, as an artist, you can be a sound artist as well.
Facts.
Meaning that it doesn't have to be mainstreamed. You know what I mean? On radio stations and things like that. You could literally have a bunch of sounds that is being exhibited in different spaces. Do you get what I'm saying? And then you have installations, those who create things from nothing, and then they're in public spaces. That is art in its own.
In itself.
So yeah, like Sabrina said, it's limitless.
Before we get too deep on the intricacies and the details about the art world, I just want to find out a bit about you lot, man.
Go on.
Sabrina, where are you from?
So, originally
in your area.
All right. So, I'm French Brazilian. I came in the UK when I was 17.
Oh.
And
how long ago was that?
Oh, bro. Long time.
I'm working at your age, innit? I'm taking it back.
I'm an 80s baby, so yeah, that's all you need to know. You get me? No, but I live in Greenwich now, and yeah, I've been around Greenwich for a long time now.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
And Joseph?
So I was born and raised in Sweden.
Whoa!
Yeah, born and raised in Sweden. Came to the UK when I was about 11, 12.
Oh.
But I'm Nigerian, so...
Nigerian heritage, yeah?
Nigerian.
I knew it anyway.
Lived in Nigeria as well for a little bit, so kind of mixed, been around
that's
here and there.
That's different. Nigerian raised in Sweden.
Yeah.
What's Sweden like?
Sweden's nice,
Better than UK?
You know what? Yeah. I would say that.
Why?
I think for me, I mean, to be honest, it's balanced. I would say for me to live in Sweden and to live here, for me, it's balanced because in Sweden it's like there's no stress, right? There's no like fast pace, outgoing, getting the paper, chasing the paper. Everything is kind of given to you. Do you know what I'm saying? There's more like a balance of lifestyle as well, family lifestyle. But here, you got to get up early in the morning to get what you need to get. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So would you say the people in Sweden are generally more happier?
Yeah.
Yeah, inside.
Yeah.
Less stressed.
Because
English people look stressed.
They look stressed.
I think
that's because everyone is kind of cramped in one city. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like in Sweden, like you have the nature out there, you have the forest, you have the lakes, you have the different places where you can just unwind, right? Where here you can, but that costs money as well, right?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's, for me, Sweden is a nice place, man.
Would you move back to Sweden?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. In a heartbeat, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Maybe not now, but soon.
That says a lot, people. That says a lot.
Yeah. 100.
And where did you two meet?
That's a good question. So we met in it was like a meetup, artist network event.
Where was that?
That was in Lewisham.
Oh, okay. How many years ago?
Not long ago, like 2019. No, 2020.
Is it 2020?
So
before the pandemic.
Just clicked.
Yeah, just before the pandemic, we all like big up to Marissa. Yeah, she was the one that kind of gathered a lot of artists around
Black
London.
artists.
Yeah, and we had this amazing like conversation with different artists there, and I feel like me and Sabrina kind of clicked, but it wasn't like straight away. Like we just said, yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, what you do? Like we kind of had a similar background. That kind of.
You didn't deep dive into each other yet, did you?
I think we had similar. No. I think why we talked at first because he grew up in Sweden.
Yeah.
I grew up in Italy, so it was like.
Oh, you didn't say that. You said Brazil.
No, I said I'm French Brazilian, but I grew up in Italy. Yeah, true said.
Oh,
but
okay.
Like it was just like the lifestyle as a kid. And being the only black person growing up, and we're sharing that experience with the group. So it's just like like we actually share the same kind of experiences growing up, being the black sheep or whatever in the school, and racism and stuff like that. So that's how we kind of
Sweden racist,
mate. Them times there, it was mad because I lived in a town where it was just a few black people. Do you get what I'm saying? And in my school, it was just me and my brother that were black. So you can imagine the pressure, and you can imagine the isolation and how the treatment as well from not just the students, the teachers, how they treat you different from other people. Do you get what I'm saying? So there was a lot of the experience I had at the time was mad. I even kind of rejected my culture, didn't even see myself as black.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
it was one of them ones. You know what I mean? So for us to be in a place, an open space to talk about this as artists, is how me and Sabrina kind of connected.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
So Italy racist as well, yeah?
Oh, man.
So you as racist, right?
Yeah. But it's like it's like a village. Like I was in a village. There was only 300 people there.
What?
Do you know what I mean? So even school, obviously, I was the only black person. It's similar. It's like people will... And as a black girl at the time, they see you as...
What?
Like... I had the older men coming up to me asking me for sexual favors. Basically, their perception of black women is prostitutes, stuff like that. So all these kind of little traumas, you know what I mean? So
guys,
I think
are you hearing it for themselves? Do not go to that Ukraine war. I'm telling you, people, you're crazy if you do like that.
Yeah.
But listen, what made you two become business partners, though, people?
Oh, bro.
I think I think when we initially spoke, it was just like we got the contacts from each other, and then obviously we follow each other on Instagram. Yeah. And it was later on that I come to realize that she's from the same area where I'm from. She's from Greenwich.
Okay,
I'm from like Thamesmead, Plumstead Village area. And it's like it's good to know that there's artists within our community, right? So that's how we kind of spoke more.
Nice.
I think the fact, you know what, the way she done it was not even like, oh yeah, let's make a business together. It, for me, like I have to know you before I can even do something like that, right? But you can't just like, yeah, let's do it because we're both artists. It doesn't work like that.
That's suicide.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
No.
for us, it was just more of a trial and error. She hit me up like after a few months, like, yo, there's an opportunity in Greenwich because you're from Greenwich as well.
No,
And then so I followed through with that. There's a nice little opportunity there, and I think from there she was like, yo, listen, there's this what's it called?
Basically, sorry. It's just because I'm a community person, innit? So obviously Greenwich Borough, no one heard of it. So I'm like, what's going on in Greenwich? Because it's like every time as an artist, I have other opportunities in Brixton, Hackney, Dalston, all these areas. Yes. What about my ends? Like, do you know what I mean? And then I found out that there was like a cultural kind of forum in Greenwich, but you know, main players basically like Greenwich University, all these like cultural organizations. I turn up there one day, gatekeepers, exactly. I was the only black woman there. Mad. And it's just all about, you know, that's how I found out that the funding, because I applied for funding bare times, never got it, but basically it's amongst themselves, innit?
They're the ones that are doing the funds.
I mean,
are they the ones that are
like,
allowing the funds to go where they need to go?
Yeah, that's it. So I was just like, you know what, it got me in my feelings. I started saying, yo, any artist in Greenwich Borough, holler at me on my Instagram. Like, how come we always have to travel elsewhere, but there's nothing for creative in Greenwich? And black creative, like, hello. Like, I knew bare people there, you know, but we never came back together.
Outreach to the community,
me, Sabrina spoke about it. I said, all right, let's try this thing let's put it out there and see how many artists there is in our community, and let's have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? So we did that, set up a Zoom meeting. I remember this is like coming down to like, I think it was like midway to COVID, in the midst of this. So it's easy to do a Zoom meeting. Do you know what I mean? Just set it out quickly. So we did that now, and everyone was singing the same song. Not enough opportunities. I'm doing this, but I'm doing something different. But my passion is art. Do you get what I'm saying? So we start to realize that there is, in our head, subconsciously, there's a market.
What I call you lot?
That's like, there's a market in there. Like, but we didn't think about the market. We just thinking that we want to help. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, we are artists ourselves. And sometimes as artists, we're selfish, right? You want to get everything before anyone else. Furthermore, you protect your work so that no one can copy your work. That kind. There's a lot of different things as an artist you go through, right? But for us, we had that same mentality where, like, if you rise, we rise together. Do you see what I'm saying?
Especially as black people, like it was even deeper for Greenwich, because that's where Stephen Lawrence got stabbed. You get me?
Greenwich?
It's
Elton, which is part of Greenwich Borough.
And it's like there's never been anything for black people, like, art wise in Greenwich. Do you know what I mean? But there's a big community of, like, there's a black community in Greenwich. Do you know what I mean?
You're right, because I've never heard much about Greenwich, to be fair. I've lived in London my whole life.
I mean, to be fair, there is quite a lot of, I mean, apart from like visual artists, there's a lot of artists in that area that are big, like big up Tiny Temper and them.
No one says shout out Greenwich. No one says shout out Greenwich. I don't really shout out Brixton.
Well, obviously,
exactly.
but Greenwich is big, so they have different components within Greenwich. So you have like Plumstead, Thamesmead, Woolwich.
So Greenwich is a borough.
It's a borough.
Okay, it's a borough, and
a place,
and a place as well. But it's the borough, Greenwich borough.
I
get that.
So
okay.
So that's why, because we had the passion, like, I was like, we were just like, no, we need to do an event. We need to have the first big group exhibition here. Have an event, like, invite people from the culture.
You manifested that for real.
We
started with zero.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had to be very strategic. First of all, you have to understand the game, right? Understand what's going on. Understand, like you just said, gatekeepers. Who are the people in the borough that is holding the key? Do you get what I'm saying? And then and just basically be strategic and not be somebody who, because you got to remember, Black Lives Matter movement started at that similar time as well.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So everyone is like alert, like, all right, cool, what can we do for the black community?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to be very sensitive at the same time and strategic at the same time. So you know, through
that forum,
the forum,
yeah,
I started tapping into who I need to speak to.
Yeah,
Because one thing about me is that
The eye for
bring me the guy, and I'll talk to him.
I think I believe you. From watching you speak on that day at the exhibition.
Let me know who the guys are, and
yeah.
I'll speak to them, and we're gonna make the deal from that.
So you're the tank, and she's the one with the guns. Yeah? She comes in after you. You throw one down. Yeah?
Do you know what it is? Basically, that's what it is.
Like times, bro. I'm too much.
No, it's for real. Because but that's the thing, though. Because it was one of them ones where she was like, "Oh, this person might not be the one," and I'm thinking, I know he might not be the one, but he's got something.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? He's got something that we can work with.
Yeah.
So that's how we kind of started.
That's crazy. Can you lot tell me about the first experiences you've had when you fell in love with art?
Yeah.
And what age was it?
You can start.
Me was 14.
Okay.
So it's like I used to do a lot of street art back in Italy. Actually, it was kind of like
street art as in what,
a therapy. A lot of graffiti.
Oh.
And
real rebel. Oh.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. And that kind of what kept me a bit sane.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then when I came, but my art teacher told me I would never be an artist. So that's why you get me. When I came in London, I started doing graffiti too, but I got arrested. I remember I got fined £300 for it.
So you go over here, bro.
And then I was just like, all right, I'm going to please my mom and I'm going to study business.
That's why Banksy's anonymous, isn't it? He has his face, isn't it?
Trust me, man.
Yeah, it was therapy, like it heals people.
Therapeutic for you,
yeah, definitely.
Joseph?
Yeah, I think for me was when I was in Sweden, I can remember vividly, I was like drawing ships.
Oh.
Yeah, like, you know when you read about history and then you see ships and it's like, right, I want to draw that. And then from there I started liking it, right? But it wasn't like, oh yeah, that's, this is what I want to become. Had no idea of what that would look like. So came to the UK and I couldn't speak a word of English, right?
You wouldn't think so?
No, seriously, I couldn't speak a word of English. I got mixed up with the wrong crowds. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I won't say too much, but basically, wasn't really doing well in school, right? So went away, came back. So when I mean went away, went to Nigeria, came back.
I know that one there still. I know a couple, man.
So I came back, and obviously I started getting serious with my education.
Yeah, you have to. Nigeria, they want to teach you.
Opens your eyes, isn't it? Opens your eyes.
Wow.
So when I had my GCSE, so I chose art for GCSE, and my teacher was saying that you're amazing in art, that you need to continue, right? And I was like, really? Like, because for me, like, art for me at that time was my platform of relaxation, peace, and staying away from trouble.
Yeah.
Prior to that, when I was saying same thing like Lizon,
but that could have been why you was getting in trouble.
But the thing is, the same thing what she was saying, that art started from graffiti. You know what I mean? So I would be out tagging on buses.
I didn't even know that.
I don't know if you remember, buses used to be graphed up on the windows with what's it called, the
White Cat was here.
Yeah,
remember that?
But then we would use I remember we would go during design technology. We would steal these. These
what, stencils?
They're not even stencils. Like, I forgot what it's called. No, it's not even that. You know those little
acrylic paint
knobs that you use for grinding and sandpapering.
Oh,
so it's these little knobs, right? If you take that and scratch it onto like a glass surface, you see the lines.
Okay.
So I would do that on buses, do that on bus stops and stuff like that. And I won't even mention the tag name, but I would do that a lot. So
that's your tag name, bro.
I'll do that a lot. So that's when I started thinking, this is sick. Like, this is nourishing to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, back to the arts. My GCSE, my teachers were the ones that were pushing it for me. They were the ones saying, look, when you finish your GCSEs, do A level. Once you do A level, go do foundation art, and from there go to uni. And I kind of pushed that, and that's basically why I'm here today. Do you know what I mean? Like, if not because of my teachers, I'll be honest, even my parents didn't understand what I was doing. Do you get what I mean?
No surprise.
But now they understand. They see it now. Do you know what I'm saying?
They were at the exhibition, right?
Yeah, my mum was at the exhibition. Yeah,
we want to talk about the exhibition in a second.
Yeah. So that's basically how my art kind of started for me, and been doing that ever since.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's just go into the exhibition since we mentioned it now. Powers for Breakfast got invited to the Black in Full
Colour
in Greenwich, right? Okay, right?
Woolwich, yeah.
Oh no, was it not Greenwich?
Greenwich Borough, Woolwich.
Borough, but it's in Woolwich.
Okay, Woolwich, yeah. I was blown away, bro. I was blown away, sis. I was blown away. It was very professional. I've never been to an arts gallery before in my life, apart from Tate Modern.
Yeah.
Apart from that, never. So that was my first experience with it, and I felt embraced. Yeah, I did. It was a different vibe to what I'm used to.
Yeah,
everyone's different, isn't it?
Yeah,
and there's a different crowd than what I'm used to as well. But I can say the vibe was different. Hence why we're here today, because it was a dope event. We met a couple dope people there as well. I can't lie. I remember one artist that stuck in my head.
Yeah. Who was
Richard
that?
Mensah.
Yeah. He's big now.
Yeah, he's big.
He was big then.
When I say big now, like he's definitely known like in New York and them places now.
He's
So big up to Richard, man.
And he's always showed us love.
Yeah.
Because
he showed me love as well.
We're the underdogs, so it's like no one knew about who we are.
So back to was that your first exhibition?
Not my first.
Not my first either.
Sorry, as
a collective,
the collective,
yeah.
Because it's like even going a bit back as well. Like when we first linked up, we didn't have a venue. Do you know what I mean? So it was like we was doing door to door. Hi, this is what we want to do. We want to support creatives. A lot of venues got back to us, but this venue now, they really saw. They give us a chance.
They saw the potential.
Yeah. The other ones are like, oh, you need to pay $2,000 a week.
Sorry, was that venue already open?
No, that was the first week.
I see some pictures of it getting done up.
Yeah. That was the first week they opened as well.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Okay. And I think we pitched.
Yeah,
a lot.
The way we done it was, it made sense because they obviously started opening that space for the community. Yeah. And for us to come in was the best timing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when we pitched to them, when we said, look, we don't want it to be where it's just the exhibition is for 1 day or 2 days. No. We want it for the whole month. Yeah. We want it for the whole month so that everyone can remember us and remember the artists that were there.
Yeah.
And this is obviously the first of many. Yeah. So they just grabbed it and said, yeah, why not go for it?
But we didn't have no money at the time.
No.
So then we had to find money. We applied for funding. We got funding from Peabody.
Big up Peabody, man.
Big them up, man. And then that's how we.
How are artists when you ask them to come and display their work? Are they more like, yeah, let's do it, or are they more like, oh, well, I want to get paid for this?
Do you know what it is?
What
it's like I think see with artists, you got to what's it called, pitch it in a way that their work gets seen as well.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Right. And so what we did like an artist open call, which means that artists submit your work and we will select the ones that we feel fits the theme and the exhibition and the space.
Dope. Because it was Black in Full effect, right?
That's
so
correct.
You need certain type of visual arts, right?
And
that's
I think
correct.
because in Greenwich there's never been anything like that for black people.
I remember you saying that to me, actually.
Yeah.
The second I walked in, you said, I'm a bit nervous. I said, why? You said, because of Stephen Lawrence was killed down there and it's the first time someone's ever done a black exhibition here. And I was like, salute to you, man.
Yeah,
about time.
So I think that, and also I think when artists submitted their work, there was no fee. Normally you have to pay.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? To enter those type of open calls, and we made it free. So there was a lot of artists that submitted their work. It was really hard to select. We were supposed to only select 15, but in the end there was like maybe 26 artists. 27? It was hard.
I would say about
27 artists, that were showcased. 36 pieces.
36 pieces,
yeah. Because some artists we showcased more than one pieces because there were two, like Richard crazy, isn't it?
Richard's 5-star, mate.
Yeah,
He's
he is.
gone.
So I'm gonna big up Richard one more time.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
When I saw the collar, of that painting, I saw the way you built up the
collar.
wax.
Yeah.
That piece is gone now. As
Yeah,
well.
it's gone. It's sold.
I saw that online actually.
Sold to a guy in Canada.
I'm gonna keep it chill with you though, yeah?
Yeah.
Joseph, you won my heart that day, mate.
How?
With the black fist. The black,
Oh.
When I saw the black fist, I was like, yeah, this is my age.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Safe for that, man.
You have another exhibition. You're in partnership with someone, right?
Yeah.
Is it the Greenwich
Maritime Museum? So, I mean, they it's funny how we connected with them is
Royal Museum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Royal
Museum Greenwich.
Yeah. I mean, the way we connected with them was from the first exhibition that we had last year, and we just kind of stayed in contact with them. Had a couple meetings.
Is that the same place?
No.
They came to the They came to the show.
They came to we invited them.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they were going to show up because it's but they did.
Yeah.
Then we had another private view with them. And then they were like, you know what? Let's try something.
Yeah.
When's that? From the 4th of March to 15th of...
No, so that's the
open call.
The open call for the artists to
for the artists to come through.
To share their work. So we can select their work for the.
They can shortlist them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So sorry, it was in June. Was it in June?
It starts in June.
Okay,
yes.
Sorry.
The 6th of June. Oh no, it's good. You've done your research still.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's like this time we're paying artists. The artists that we're selecting, they're getting £500.
Can you clarify? It's open to all artists, right?
All artists, all backgrounds, every city, worldwide, whatever, wherever you are in the world. It's a reaction to action for the ocean crisis, climate change. How who can you inspire through your art and bring awareness to where the sea is at the moment because of pollution and because of us basically. So we're accepting sound installation. So that will be installed when you come in the museum coming from the ground. Digital. So like all the screens, digital screens.
Sounding big and expensive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why it's open to everyone because it's a digital call out where all you got to do is submit. Everything's turning into digital now, and that's the same with art as well. Like art can be digital. You have the NFTs and all of that stuff that are going on. Yeah. So it's like for this,
that's not a lot right now actually. NFTs.
Yeah, 100%. And for this, it's a different approach to how we do things. Obviously the traditional way is to have paintings that gets hanged up in a white cube, as they say. This time now it's more like you send the work and we'll find a way to fit it within the theme that we're working with. In Greenwich, that place. So
I think the sickest place is the projection onto the building of the Queen's house. And stuff. So I think that would be sick.
And we're going to see that right on June.
Yeah, if you come true,
I'm coming true. Do you mean if I come true? I'm coming. What do you mean? No,
nice
You'll
to see you there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already got quite a lot of entries already, which are all of them are super amazing. And we're just, if you're an artist out there, you're a digital artist, you're a sound artist, you're performing arts, hit us up and share your proposal, and we'd like to see your work.
So do you not want to make a advert quickly? Calling out the open artists.
Sabrina, leave that.
I knew he was going to say that, bro.
You know what, Joseph?
All right.
I'm use the tank.
You know what it is? It's just like
he doesn't like.
No stress. That was just a random thing.
No, you know what? Yeah, if you like an artist, animator, illustrator, a sound engineer, digital artist, and you care about ocean, go on our website, thecollectivemakers.co.uk. You got until the 15th of April to submit, and then if you are selected, you'll get £500 for it as well. So it's like a commission, and you'll be seen like on the Royal Museum website, I think.
100.
And yeah, hard,
so this is a big exposure to yourself as well as your art as well.
If
you've got any questions as well, any queries you may have, it's you can hit us up on email, which is info at thecollectivemakers.co.uk, or DM us as well, which is The Collective Makers on Instagram, and we'll try our best to respond as soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you. But
So you're not looking forward to the next one, right? There's a lot of work and planning is going into it, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot of work planning, and you know what, we've got not just ourselves who's doing this, we've got a good team at the moment. And one thing I said to Sabrina last year when we finished the exhibition, the aim is to grow, right? And we can't, I mean, when the first exhibition, it was just basically myself and Sabrina that kind of put everything together, through the admin, through the logistics, through even me just running around with a van up and down collecting all the artworks, all of that stuff. And in order to grow, you need manpower, right?
100,
so you need people that also believe in the vision, that understands the organization, how it works, and also has a good insight of what we're doing and what art is about. Do you know what I'm saying? So now we've got two amazing employees who work for us, who understand, and we're mentoring them as well simultaneously as they are, pushing the organization forward. And hopefully for this event that we're having in June, will be first of many. Obviously, there's some more stuff coming up. Obviously, we can't tell you. But if you follow us on the gram, on the website, and also we got this thing on our website where if you subscribe to us, if you join the mailing list, you're basically part of the collective. The collective. And what that means is that we help you to find opportunities. We send out like a monthly newsletter with various opportunities within the borough and outside the borough, that kind of stuff. So this is bigger than us, right? This is not just us doing the thing, but it's bigger than us. We're looking for artists who understands this vision, who wants to join us, who wants to push it to other heights.
We need a platform like that, man.
You
100,
need.
100.
It's been calling.
Fair.
Definitely. And when the artists come together, it's magic. Do you know what I mean? So even if you sign up to the membership and if you have an idea, send your proposal and we'll try to make it happen. Do you know what I mean?
Can I say something to you lot? You see, when I've met a lot of different artists, I feel like I gravitate towards you lot a lot, only because you lot represent me and how you lot think and how you lot behave. Because when I meet other black artists, they're you know what I'm saying? The vibe you lot have is I can really resonate with you lot.
It's community, man. It's like a lot of people unfortunately forget themselves. Do you know what I mean? When they try to, when they go to the next level. I'm not that. We're not that. I mean, I can talk for myself, but I know Joseph is not that. We're not these type of people.
I know that. For me, you lot first time.
And for me, I'll be honest. It's so I'm a firm believer in Christ, right? And the model that I've kind of implemented in my faith and in this business is to think about others. Do you know what I'm saying? Like how Christ thought about others, right? It's the same kind of model that I'm using for this as well. It's like, even me as an artist, like we said earlier, it's like I would want to do this for myself. I want to do this, I'm going to grab this for myself. But really and truly, it's all about community. It's all about sharing the love, and the people that feel that love will connect to us. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's basically my model. I know, like what Sabrina was saying, and for me, that's how I kind of
it's worked.
It's worked. 100%.
100%.
And it's like 100%.
I don't know. It's so easy. If you helping people will help you indirectly as well.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? And also the black artists, they're not getting seen. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of amazing talent that people don't know about in our community. Do you know what I mean? So, but you know about the music artists and you know about designers and all these things, but I think the art world is so, it's a different world. Do you know what I mean?
And
so
what you lot have brought to the table is ownership,
right?
Black ownership.
Yes.
Like we need that now, because we're talking about lots of black artists, but I guarantee if someone don't want to put them on, they're not going to put on. The fact that you lot represent our people, you're gonna put them on and push them to their full potential anyway, instead of letting them get discouraged along the way. Do you know what I'm saying? So I salute that. You are gonna inspire more and more entrepreneurs to do the same thing you're doing, and that's how we win in the long run. You know, I and I. It's not just you or me. It's everyone together as a collective. The collective makers.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's why we also have an agency where we represent 3 artists that has just signed a contract with us, and we're helping them. We're mentoring them one-on-one. We're pitching their art to galleries to be more seen. Do you know what I mean? So big up Timothy and Pufu. He's like a South African international. Students.
I think I see the post.
Thomas Soyemi. Yeah, exactly. Thomas Soyemi, big up. He's from East London.
Big up Trevor.
Yeah,
man. We've got, do you know what it is? Like, what we're doing is that we like we said, we're just taking it to another level. And one thing that that a lot of collaborators have said to us is that what we say is what we do. That's like one of the key things that for us, like there's a lot of other, I'm sure there's a lot of other organizations maybe similar to us, maybe not in the same department, but they say things but they don't do stuff. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's a lot of the world, so my friend.
You say stuff, you don't do it. But with us, I feel like when you have the passion and the vision, and you have like, you know what, this is where I want to get to. I want to get to a certain place in life, right? And you and this is it. You're putting your whole life into it. You're putting all the powers that you have to do so, like the manpower. You get it done.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the reason why we're so fortunate to collaborate with all these big industry individuals, where some people will say, "Oh, how did you get there?"
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying? Like, "Oh, how did you link up with that man? How did you link up with that director?" Do you get what I'm saying?
But it's just like, what kind of question is that, bro?
But
I know you mean. Though,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand, but that's because maybe you yourself don't do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You don't go out there and network. One thing I will also say about networking, I'm not good at networking. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you're going to get somewhere,
can I say something though?
Yeah, go on.
Now I've met both of you. No, it's nothing bad at all.
Yeah.
You lot actually balance each other out.
100%.
100%. I can see it now. When you said that, and I see her how she moves, and I see how you move. It syncs perfectly.
That's what people say. Yeah,
I'm very closed, right?
Yeah,
I'm always been closed, but at the same time, if I need to get things done,
you get it done.
I have to get it done. I have to push your limit, and that's what you have to do. You have to push your limits. You may have some weakness, but you got to do what you got to do to get it right. Right. So.
Yes.
Well, that's true. Yeah, we're very different.
Yeah, man.
But, you know, we get...
But similar at the same time.
It's similar as well.
Similar mission, but personality different.
Yeah, exactly. Like, one thing about me is... Like,
no one's the same. It's good to have different.
Sure, yeah.
Different visions. You both bring different things to the table.
I'll have
That's
to
why it's so great.
We're dreamers. Because it's like, sometimes we even get gassed up. It's like, next year we're gonna do this. In 5 years, watch. We're not even gonna be. We're gonna have a whole building. But we are gonna have a whole building.
Artists,
which is just. Do you know what I mean?
You see, with artists are dreamers. Real artists are dreamers.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? And you have to dream to dream big and to do it. Do you know what I mean? And manifest.
But you ain't dreaming no more. You actually doing it now.
We're dreaming and doing it at the same time.
We're dreaming the next step.
We're dreaming the next step. We're doing it. We're dreaming exactly. Like, you got to have all of that combined together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes there's not always a good day. Like, you see, everyone's talking about all the great stuff, but there's a lot of other stuff that we as individuals and even as a company go through. We don't talk about it. It's just the same thing on Instagram. They like to just show up the post the glow ups. They don't show where the nitty gritty happens. They don't show where, you know, things falls apart. Do you know what I mean? And that happens.
That definitely happens. I think that needs to get shown as well, because that's what's corrupting a lot of things out here. Everyone thinks it's it's done just like that. It's not. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. So maybe you lot should document on the next one and what stuff you're doing, how much work you have to do to get this done. Because I guarantee you will get 1,000,000 claps, bro. If people see the work you actually do, instead of just seeing you turn up on the day and looking good, it'll be a whole different story. You feel me? So that's just a little idea I'm putting out there.
I mean, that's
something we're doing.
We're doing that already, but obviously
it's compiling them together.
It's hard as a black business sometimes as well, because people look at you differently in the like. as you know, standards.
Yeah, 100.
Do you know what I mean?
I take it, especially in the art world.
The art world is
everywhere, to be honest. Yeah, but art world too. But I don't. It's about go on.
I think the art world has always been a politic.
It's very political.
Platform. I mean, I think it's with any department, like even like music itself. The music industry is it's a dog world. Everyone's for themselves, you know, and that's the same thing with the art world, and it's who you know as well. But at the same time, the people that you know could be the ones who are the hyenas. You know what I mean? Just savage. And if you don't know your thing, you get bumped easily. And it happens to the artists. That happens to every single person in that art industry. So
the moral of the story is, take your thing serious, run it as a business, learn the business. And one thing I will say is not to be
close-minded. Not
even just close-minded, but not to be like someone who's always emotional. Right? Because you can be emotional, but don't take it personal, because some people are just doing it for the business, but you got to get on top of that, right? You got to master it. All right, it's like a chess game, isn't it? Do you get what I mean? Like if they made a funny move, you got to think ahead that, all right, if I made that first move, the second move I need to know it straight away. Furthermore, I need to know what second move he's making.
Play chess?
Yeah, I do. I
mean, he taught me a lot through that process, because I'm an emotional wreck. And I'm low-key of activist. So I had to check myself a few times and see the bigger picture and have faith. Do you know what I mean? In the Most High. So I think Joseph had a really, he had a way of teaching me how to be more all right, you need to take a step back, you get me? And then just think about the future, where that opportunity can get us. Do you know what I mean? Far, but I'm still learning.
We're both learning. We're both learning. I think it's
hard.
But this is it. But that's some of the not I won't say downfall, but the challenges that we go through. Black people as an organisation, we go into meetings and you hear the little slide digs, and you because you take it personal. Bro, are you mad?
See what it is? We do have to overcome that now.
Yeah, you have
because
to.
It is just words.
That's what it
is. Just words.
It's just words.
And they know yes to us so easy. It's a bit weak. We need to be stronger than that mentally.
But when you see the bigger picture, like Sabrina said,
that as well.
But when you see the bigger picture, then you're able to be like, I'm just going to walk over this. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get it, because I was like that as well. I think we was all like that.
Everyone was like that.
Take a hit to be like, you know what? I didn't like the way I reacted there. I need to. I really need to step it up.
I react behind closed doors, though. No one not in front of the person.
Okay.
It's behind closed doors. It just has to come out of my body. Do you know what I mean?
But I think,
and then
that might come down to our teachings as a youth. If you're taught that from a youth, all right, kid, all right, child, listen, the world is like this. You gotta learn to be like this. I think we will overcome that real quick, bro.
The world is a nasty place.
It's nasty.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what I teach my children. Not everyone is kind to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Not everyone is that kind of thing where it's we're all super nice. You got to look beyond it. You got to be very strategic. You got to be like, all right, cool. If I'm gonna get from A to D, right? How do I go through the B's and the C's? And if the B's and the C's are nasty to you, you gotta have to find a way. You gotta, do you know what I mean? It's not going to be easy.
You got to swim it through.
You got to swim it through. You know what I'm saying? You got to swim it through.
Like traffic.
And sometimes, and it's one thing that I feel like as well, for me personally, it's we tend to regret a lot about our past. Which stops us from moving forward.
I think it's the trauma side.
It's
right?
It's that numbness feeling.
It's the numbness feeling, but at the same time, you have to embrace it.
It's true.
To embrace it because that is what's building you up.
It builds you, bro. That's what people don't.
Crazy. So it builds you for you to deal with the rest of the stuff that is ahead of you. You know what I mean? But some of us, we sometimes dwell in it so much.
Actually, the way you both grew up, maybe it helps you deal with the situation better than a lot of people in London. I'll tell you why.
I don't know.
I grew up in London. I stayed in my area for a long period of time, so I was dealing with my own people a lot. And when I left the area and I started dealing with others, I was emotional. Like,
No,
That's
I mean, to be honest with you, we even though we have the same kind of experience, also I'm a female, so maybe I'm still dealing with childhood trauma when it comes to racism.
I hear you.
You get me? So I even have to go therapy to deal with it. Because it's affecting me now in my adult life. So the emotional part is still spilling out sometimes. And when it affects the business, it's not good. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm still working on myself, healing through the arts, healing through a community and stuff like that. I think Joseph is more, he deals with it better.
Okay.
But I'm still dealing with it.
But his experiences has taught him to deal with it better. He went,
but it's not. See, there's a difference between dealing with it and suppressing it.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't.
Because when you suppress it,
no,
because when you suppress it, it will always turn up.
Yeah,
like
unexpectedly as well.
Yeah. And you know, as you probably know as well, as a man as well, we've been taught to be a man. Toxic masculinity. Do you know what I mean? Shut up, man, you can't cry. So you got to deal with it differently. But that's suppressing it.
Facts.
So that will come up any time, will spring up on you, and the little trigger is you flick it up. Do you know what I mean? But when you deal with it in a different way and be able to
generation curses, you got to break them.
But see that, this is it.
I feel like the biggest issue.
It's the biggest issue, but I feel like for me, that's why Christ has helped me. Do you see what I mean? Like, I remember the verse that my mum gave me when I was young was Luke 10:19. And he talks about, behold, I give you the power to trample on scorpions and serpents, and any other spiritual powers, all of that stuff.
What verse is that?
But Luke 10:19.
Do you know verses?
Bro,
do you know verses like that?
I can fling it up. I want to say the right quotes. I don't want to be like, I say something mad and no one believes me. I'll bring it up right now because it's a Sunday as well, man. You know what I mean? I'll bring it up, man. Yes, it's Luke 10:19. It says, behold, I give you the power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. See, that verse has stuck with me from a very young age, and anytime I go through an anxiety and stuff like that, I know it's very literary with the Bible like that, but it also tells you that God's got you, fam.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? God's got you. You don't need to worry, you know. So
no, but spiritually, I mean, he's a Christian. I'm more spiritual, but I think there's one God, and I can relate to that as well. I think God has got you, definitely.
That's crazy.
100%.
You know what? Salute to you, though. Salute to you. I do like that verse still. That's a powerful verse still.
Yeah. So,
what does art mean to you, my bro?
So for me, it's like my everyday experience. You know what I've seen, and how I want others to see my work. So for me, it's personal. It's personal. It's intimate. It's for others to see my work and to communicate and to engage. My practice generally about, you know, the culture issues, the social issues, and things that I've seen. And I try to do in different forms as well. So it's not just like a painting on a canvas, but it could be through sound, through installation, through sculptures. And I enjoy when my work is out there publicly, you know, for others to see and have their own interpretation. So it's not like just my interpretation and that's it, but someone else may be connected in their own way and see their interpretation differently. You know, like I said again, I'm a Christian, so my work also has an element to that, you know, and it's all a journey, and I'm still trying to figure out myself, you know, what my work should be, and it changes a lot. It evolves, just like how a human being. I was going to
ask you that, actually. Does your opinion about artwork change? Like,
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like this is it. So like, as I'm growing, my art grows.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's how it is. So it's a personal thing for me.
Yeah.
Sabrina?
Yeah, for me, it's very personal too. But I think I express my ancestors through my art. That's why my art is not figurative. It's abstract.
Yes.
I like to play with colors. I make my own colors, and it's to bring the Afro-Latino art and culture to the scene, because I don't think that it's shown enough.
Okay.
So it's about that. It's about feelings. It's about spirituality.
Yeah.
It's about what my ancestors' practices were.
Yes, I love the colours you used in that exhibition, actually.
Thank you. So that piece was it got sold as well.
I saw that got sold as well.
You I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to let that one go, to be honest. But
that's the point, though. You make it.
But you have to. Yeah, but then you not really. But you just have to let it go. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like you create, it's an emotional relationship that you have with your art. So when to let it go, when money cannot buy it, it's a weird feeling, but sometimes you just have to let it go to create something that is even better. Do you know what I mean?
I felt that.
You get me?
I felt that. I went to my core.
So it's about healing identity, bringing awareness of Afro-Latinos, and the spirituality from what Amazonian tribes and that people don't really know, like cosmology and everything. The astrology. There's a big part of astrology in the Amazonian culture. So people don't know that, but actually we're the one who created it before the Greeks, and it's complicated. But anyway, but just bring that.
This is House of Breakfast. We know exactly what you're talking about. But we know the original Amazonian women out here, man. We know them.
Came to the Brazil and everything. Yeah. So it's different elements of spirituality that people are not aware of, that I put in my art very subtly.
Okay. Have you got another piece that you're working on?
Yeah.
At the moment, have you?
Yeah, I've got so much going on. But very soon I will lay it out. A lot of people ask the same thing. Oh, when are you sharing and posting? Yeah. But there's just a lot of work that I'm doing in the background. And
so, how much is the Blackfish going for?
You want to talk to me after?
I might still.
Yeah. Let's discuss it after.
If you see here next month, business got done. You know,
100%, man. Hey, man, I got you, fam. I got you, man. I got you.
People, man. Sorry, man. We have to wrap this up, though, people. It was a pleasure and an honour to have the Collective Makers on House of Breakfast.
Thank you.
This rising, man. It's a 1-year anniversary.
Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
I would love to catch up with you in the next couple of years and see how far you lot have gone. Because I know
even before that, we'll catch up anyways, man.
You'll be... Yummy.
Royal humble, man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
People, this is the Collective Makers, Sabrina and Joseph, man. Thank you very much for coming down today, people. You have a wonderful day, yeah?
You too.
Blessings, people.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Powers.